Good morning, children. Today we are going to study about civics, chapter 4, key elements of democratic government. Right. You all are knowing that how the elections are being held, votings are being done. Now, regarding that only, how the democratic government, what are the elements of democratic government, we are going to study in this chapter. What is a democratic government? You all know India is a democratic republic. The head of the state is president. Okay, the president is the head. He is going to take the major decisions all over the country. Now, he is elected how? Not by vote but indirectly by the electoral college consisting of the elected members of both the houses of parliament and the elected members of the legislative assembly of the state of the country for a fixed tenure that is every time 5 years, right? Tenure means the time period for which the president is going to stay in the position. Electoral college means number of people. Okay, people are being there, those who are present representing the states of US, right? Like that. The people have freedom to form association, unions and political parties. Political parties are essential in a democracy. You all know the different political parties are there in our country, those who are going to take seats in the election. We in India have a multi-party system, right? Our country, we are not having only single party, we are having more than one party. It is called multi-party system. Various political parties take part in the election, but UK and USA, they are going to follow only two-party system, right? They don't have so many parties and they are not able to take part in that. The political party which secure majority seats forms government and runs the administration, right? Now, those party who are going to win the election, they are getting maximum number of votes. So, they are going to form the government. And all the ministers will be from their party only. The opposition parties are also there, those who have also participated but they didn't got the maximum number of votes. So they are opposition party, and what they are going to do, they are going to criticize the wrong policies of the government. So opposition parties are there always to criticize the wrong policies of the government. Whatever the government is going to do, they are going to find out the mistakes of the government and they are going to make that all mistakes in front of the, they are going to bring the mistakes in front of the people so that in the next election they are not going to, okay, so they are going to vote. They do not allow the government to become despotic. Despotic means these are going to help for the people only, or else despotic, some places only the single ruler will be there and he is going to rule according to himself, his choice. So he is going to be some of cruelty he is going to show or something like that. Okay, the ruler, it is ruler of which is ruler which is going to hold absolute power, typically one who exercise it in cruel manner, right? So they are going to do according to their will. In a democratic country, the government can be changed by people if they wish so, right? In our country also sometimes it happens that by if any ruler who is ruling in the party, they are not going to work properly, then by passing some agenda or having a meeting with majority numbers, they are going to pass out that the person who is going to rule people are not going to accept it. After that, it can be changed for the further election. Now, regular periodic elections are yet another essential features of democracies, right? We all are knowing that after every 5 years, again the election is going to held, and if the person ruling presently, if he is not able to work properly, then definitely in the next election, people are not going to give the vote to them. People can change it by peaceful method, that is by voting to another party. In other words, if the elected government does not come up to the expectation of the people, electors can replace them by voting them out of power. Okay, so they are not going to elect them, so definitely they will be out from the power, and to those persons who have been elected in majority, they will get the vote and they will stand in election, they will win. After that, they are going to make the government and form the administration. The chief features of Indian democracy are the principles of universal adult franchise, election, public opinion, existence of political parties, and special interest group. These are chief features of Indian democracy, right? Universal adult franchise, you all know that the person who is crossed the age of 18 years and they can vote. After that, election, time to time it is going to be happening. Public opinion, if the public is not being satisfied with the people, then definitely they can raise their voice. Existence of political parties and special interest groups. Some people are going to make some parties and all. So, political parties are very much necessary. There are different ways by which people participate in the process of government. Okay, then comes participation. As I told, universal adult franchise. The features are being explained in proper manner. So, as I told, India adopted a democratic system of government based on the principle of universal adult franchise. That is, if after the crossing the age of 18 years, can be registered as a voter. Article 325 of the Constitution lays down that no citizen of India shall be deprived of the right to vote on ground of religion, caste, race or sex, right? By these all things, they can be stopped. According to the Constitution, each and every person is equal before the law. Second one is election. Democracy cannot survive without election. In fact, election is the soul of democracy, because whenever democracy is there, elections are there, time to time the elections are being conducted. Those who are not working properly for the people, they are being changed for the further years. So in our country too, people exercise their sovereign power through their elected representative, right? We are only electing the people, and those who are winning, they are going to form the government. Elections to the representative body like parliament, state legislature and local bodies are held periodically, right? They are being held time to time for these all places like parliament, assemblies are there, state legislative assemblies are there, right, in the state. Then importance of election for a country, what are they? It is through election that people get opportunity to express their will and elect representatives of their choice, right? According to our choice, we are going to elect the people. Second, it is best method of bringing about change in government and leadership. So it is also required that time to time little bit changes should be there, so that we are going to get different leader who is going to work for the betterment of the people only and the country. People can effectively control the policies and decisions of the government through elections, right? If we are not liking some policies of the present government, whatever they are doing, the people are not satisfied with that one, then definitely they can raise their voice against these all policies. As you would are seeing now, some of the things which are not going to work properly, the decisions of the government, then definitely the medias, people, everyone is going to bring the drawbacks of the government in front of the people, and people are also contributing their own will that we are not accepting these all policies and all like that. Now, people support a government which is formed by the representative of the people. They consider such a government to be legitimate, right? They are being conformed to the law and or to rule. According to that only they are working, government is working according to the rule and regulations which are mentioned in the constitution. Election provide opportunities to the people to criticize the government and to point out its weaknesses and failures, right? So people are necessarily, they are well aware of the things, and they can criticize and they can bring out the weakness and failures of the particular government. Now, see, India is a secular country. No one can be discriminated according to the religion, caste or other thing. Therefore, prepare a list. Okay, it is given just a activity like. So now we are not going to give you the activity. Other ways of participation are democracy work on the principle of liberty, equality, freedom, fair election, people's participation, freedom of expression, etc. These are the principles. Okay, you all know according to the constitution we are having liberty, we are equal in front of the law, we are having freedom, fair election should be done forcefully. The elections, people can't force any of people to give the vote to the particular person. That is the people's choice, people's participation, right? When these are absent, democracy becomes meaningless. If forcefully it is being done, then definitely democracy does not exist in front of that one. The democracy stresses the need to establish direct link between the government and the governed, right? So we are these are the link, that what democracy is, the link between us and between the government. An electoral system is a favorable way for the people to participate in decision making power. There are various other ways through which people take part in democracies, that is dharna, rallies, strike, signature campaign. These all things are what? For criticizing the policies of the ruling government. If they are not liking the government, so these are the way. Now also you would have seen in the TV channels and all different channels that people are going to start the rallies. They are sitting in dharnas. Okay, they are striking for some of the things which they are not going to accept of the government. Rallies, strikes, campaign. People can show their unhappiness by organizing rallies, launching signature campaign. What is that? They are having a big sheet of paper and they are going to take the signature of the people who are against the policies of the government, and they will be presenting it in front of the government. Protest march and go on strike to catch the attention of the government. Okay, they are striking that we want the justice or we want our rights to be fulfilled. So in front of the government they are going to do these all things. During strike, employees can refuse to work and try to gain some concession, right? So they are going to have their will, right? They are going to strike and they will demand that we want these all things. In signature campaign, people collect signature on a particular issue and they are going to submit to the government, as I already told, in the shape of a mass appeal. Whenever there is a big issue such as Narmada Bachao Andolan, people organize themselves into social action group to draw attention of the government and the mass to their problem. That was a big issue, Narmada Bachao. They are going to save the river, and for that so many people came together so that they are going to bring in the notice to the government that the river must be cleaned and some of the things should be done. Okay children, thank you. In the next class we are going to start with the public opinion.